Hello, everybody, and welcome to my presentation as part of Israel Cloud's Summit 2023. My presentation will be about the new advancements in AI and how it affects our lives. My name is Alex Peleg. I'm the co-founder at Cynergy, a company that does some of the stuff that you see here. Now, when I was trying to identify what will be the cool subject to talk about, I couldn't just create another presentation about AI because everyone are talking about it, and I think that now you need to drink this shot that you prepared. I wanted to present to you another cool idea of actually how it can be used in our work, in our lives, and what we should prepare for because the winter is coming. So I wanted to present about Baby AGI or Baby Artificial General Intelligence. And I wanted to show it versus the Auto GPT that most likely you are familiar with or you heard about, and other let's say, monkey testing AI assistants that we have, and what we need to adopt in order to protect ourselves in our lives. So without further ado, let's begin. Now, currently we have some solutions and we all are using ChatGPT as our main day-to-day life. And around the ChatGPT, there was some cool project in GitHub, which is called Auto Penetration Test or Auto PT. Now, Auto PT is cool. I'll present the solution soon and what it brings. But after Auto PT, there are two main evolutions that you can do. Or you can refer to Auto GPT, meaning let someone else to do all the activities, or basically the Baby AGI, or how I like to call it, the Baby General Intelligence. So let's understand what is the Auto PT. I will show you how it works, but as a general comment, the way that it works is it creates a list of things that you, as a penetration tester, should do. You need to follow this list. The Auto PT will analyze the input of or the output of the tools that you have used, and you will just need to follow the list. So without further ado, let's do the demonstration. Now, in order to just start the testing, I wanted to start with a task like the following. Run a web application penetration test on defense.go. Do you know what it is? This is the Pentagon. So I will ask AutoPT or PTGPT to create this task list, and it will generate a task for me to do and follow. Now, the first things that as a pen tester I need to do is to analyze the target, of course. So if I want to run a web application penetration test, I need to prepare the tools, I need to set all the things that I need to prepare in order to make it happen. Now I fast forward this process because I don't want to keep you waiting of the processing time because it may take time. And what you see here is that basically it created for me the list. The to-do list includes reconnaissance, port scanning, identify the open ports and services, and etc., etc., etc. So let's start following this task, and let's ask him to do the next thing, and we'll do the tool selection. And then he told us to run nmap on the target. Of course, I did this before, and I'll just send him the output. Now it will say, okay, this is what you need to do in order to follow with your next item. Basically, it will generate me the next list of things that I need to do in order to make this penetration test as an effective penetration test. So this is more an assistant. Who is it suitable for? For junior pen testers, for people that don't know what to do or what is the process to follow. Now, is it good in current day-to-day life? Yes, if you're a junior pen tester or you want to study security, but not as me as a security researcher that actually wants to make the job done. So what is the next thing that I can do? I can use AutoGPT. So how AutoGPT works? First of all, based on the same task, it will define all the things, all the items that he needs to follow. It will ask me for him to allow the things to be done, and it will highly multitask. Now, the question if it will achieve the goal or not is very interesting because not always, at least from my experience, I was able to achieve the goal. So let's explore these two. Okay. Same thing. So my next item is to run AutoGPT. And AutoGPT, as I mentioned before, will try to do a multitask on all the things that I want him to do. Now, you see that it's still a beta version. It's not yet there. And I already tasked him to do other stuff. But in this case, I actually want him to continue with the same process that I've tested him before, and is to run a web application penetration test on the following website, the same thing that I asked for Pentest GPT or AutoGPT. So let's see how it will respond. First of all, the first thing that it will do, it will analyze the task and will start thinking about the best solutions or the best ways that this task can be solved. So you see that it created a role. It's called WAP PT GPT, and its role is to do a web application penetration test to help organizations to identify and mitigate security vulnerabilities. Super cool. Instead of tasks, basically what was done is that it defined itself different goals. So first of all, conduct the comprehensive pen test, provide a detailed report, and collaborate with the organization. What is cool here is that actually I don't need to do anything except tell him to operate, and here I defined user intervention, although I can ask him to run continuously and do the action by itself. Of course, I didn't give him some knowledge because I don't want to get bankrupt. So if you use with the GPT-4, make sure that you have enough tokens and you don't want to pay all your money to OpenAI. So basically, what we saw here, that it will decide the best actions, will follow the actions, and it only asks me to intervene because I told him that I want to oversee the process. Now, looks great, right? Much better than what we had before. And coming back to our presentation, there is the third thing that I wanted to present to you is the Baby AGI, the Baby Artificial General Intelligence. So what is the difference between the Baby AGI and AutoGPT? You see that it has the same thing that it needs to do. in the Baby AGI, first of all, it will create the same task as the PTGPT, and it also will multitask. But I think that the best thing with Baby AGI is its ability to create the correct decisions based on its historic information, meaning every future action will be correlated with activities that were done in the past and the outcome of the activities that they were done in the past. And this way, when you need to define how you work or what you need to decide, basically, in this case, the Baby AGI is much better, and let's see a demo of that. So you see that I asked him to do the same task, run a web application penetration test on the same site. So the first thing that it will do is to develop a task list. If you remember, the same thing that we did with the PTGPT. Now, what you see here, that it also uses storage, meaning that everything that it will use will enter a specific storage, and this way it will be able to think about everything that was done before. Okay, and basically it will continue the actions until the task will be complete, and it will just continue and iterate until the end. So this is, I think, the big difference between the PTGPT, which is only an assistant. The second phase is the AutoGPT that will run continuously to achieve the goals or will go into a loop. And the Baby AGI that will create a list and will follow, but will use the historic information in order to achieve and decide correctly what will be the next step. So who will win the fight? This is something that we don't know, but for now, everyone are saying that we are the losers. Now, for the Baby AGI, I think that the best way to use the Baby AGI or the best current solution for self-driving can be from Baby AGI, because it will enable, based on historic knowledge or based on historic behavior of the vehicle, to do better decisions, of course, in a life and death situations. It will be able to achieve a very fast resolution of these actions, and then it will promote highly our effectivity to define a self-driving or autonomous vehicle capabilities. Now, I want to talk about real life. In real life, or what we are doing currently, is that we are using very cool things in order to do the same process. So we use the discovery tools like Sensis, Shodan, Google to identify the ways that we can get hacked. Then we validate using penetration testers, meaning if we found the vulnerabilities, then of course we will run some scanning tools, etc. And we will use manual and human beings in order to validate these vulnerabilities. Then we will refer it or defer everything that we have found to our developer, to our DevOps team, or to the IT guy. And basically, since the process is so slow, you saw that basically me as a malicious hacker can also use AutoGPT or the Baby AGI in order to do a continuous activity. It will result in a hack to the organization. Now, has it happened before? Of course. not long ago, Kesaya was hacked by a vulnerability that was exposed, that someone discovered, the researcher discovered. I think that they did it via some API or some reconnaissance capabilities, was able to bypass, disclose it to the company. The company didn't fix it on time, and at the end of the day, not only Kesaya, but many other organizations were hacked as part of a huge supply chain attack. So what is the future and what you need to do in order to basically help yourselves? I created a hashtag which is called adopt or die. The die is with the DAI, and basically what we need to do is to adopt our capabilities to the new age of automation, and this is how I believe that it can be done using continuous automated validation and remediation, short term of CAVAR. So continuously identify where you are broken. It can be done by many tools and capabilities, of course, automatically. Validate it fast. So how can you validate it fast? Implement mechanisms that once a vulnerability is identified, you have the capability not only by manual effort, but also based on automation to validate everything that was identified. Fix it as fast as possible. Create automated playbooks in order to define that every vulnerability or any misconfiguration will lead to the fix as fast as possible. Of course, you need to fix only what is actually needed, because there are so many vulnerabilities, you will not be able to actually address all of them. So the way to define what is needed to be fixed is based on the priority or the known exploitable vulnerabilities. That I think that the CISA has a great list of the known exploitable vulnerabilities in its website. And of course, build an operation around it. This should be a process that is inherent inside your organization, and not something that you just do whenever you like. I hope that you liked the presentation. I hope that you liked the demos. I really want to take this moment to thank Israel Clouds for inviting me year after year to present on this summit, and I wish you the best of luck. Bye-bye.